On the day when Somerset favourite Craig Keyswetter announced his retirement from the game due to injury, it was once again Chris Gale who stole the show in the Natwest T20 Blast, as Somerset won for the first time in any format in Taunton this season, with a comfortable 8-wicket victory over Hampshire with 9 balls to spare. After winning the toss, Hampshire's captain James Vince chose to bat first, and he hit the first boundary of the game, a neat sweep off Jim Allenby. But the home side's bowlers did a good job of containing the dangerous opening pair of Vince and Michael Carberry for the first 4 overs. Then the 5th belonged very much to the latter, who took 3 fours off Alfonso Thomas's first over, which went for 15 in total, and left the visitors on 46 without loss after 5. Somerset needed to stem the flow, and in Sohail Tanvir they had just a man to do it. Carberry went after the Pakistani but could only find James Hildreth in the deep to go for 20 off 18 balls, with 4 fours included. Jimmy Adams now joined Vince in the middle, and the pair went along at a steady pace. Somerset bowled tightly, in particular Allenby, but the visiting batsmen made the most of any wayward bowling when they could and got themselves to the halfway stage with no further losses and 81 runs on the board. But in the very next over, Adams clipped Lewis Gregory to Tom Cooper, who took a good low catch running in from deep mid-wicket. Adams departed for 23, and Hampshire were on 82 for 2. Only 7 runs then came for the next 2 overs from Jamie Overton and Max Waller. Waller unlucky to miss out on Vince being stumped by Marcus Trescothick. Hampshire needed to step up the rate on a good pitch, and in O.A. Shah, the visitors had just a man. He ruined Waller's figures with the game's first maximum to take Hampshire to 109 for 2 at the end of over number 14. The 15th, though, saw Hampshire's 3rd wicket fall. Shah miscuing a shot to leg, and the 6'5" Overton took the catch comfortably. Shah went with a score on 133, the former England man finishing with 16 of 14. Vince was now the key to Hampshire getting to a competitive total, and he passed his 50 in the 17th over when he took Tanvir for back-to-back boundaries, his 50 coming off 44 balls with 5 fours included. Sean Irvine isn't shy when it comes to hitting a ball, and Tanvir felt the full force of the Zimbabwean in the penultimate over. He first hit Tanvir into the stand for a maximum and followed that up with back-to-back 4s to take 17 off the over. The visitors could only manage 6 off the last one, bowled by Thomas, however, and that meant that they finished the innings on a below par, at this ground anyway, 166 for 3. Gale smashed 151 not out by himself in his last game, and he made his way to the crease with Trescothick to an expectant full house. Hampshire opened up with a spin of Will Smith, and he did a good job in restricting the West Indian to only 4 in the over and 6 runs in total. Gale's former West Indian teammate Fidel Edwards then did an even better job in the 2nd over, picking up the wicket of Trescothick and bagging a rare T20 wicket maiden. Trescothick caught by Chris Wood for 1 with a total on 6 after 2 overs. The next 2 went for only 11, but the 5th saw what the crowd had come to see. Wood, who'd had Peter Trigo dropped earlier in his spell, could do little more than watch as Gale took him apart. He hit him for a maximum, followed by a 4, followed by another 6. The over went for 17 and undid all the good work the visiting bowlers had managed earlier. Somerset now on 34 for 1 after 5. They're a team which have some of the best strikers of a cricket ball in the competition, and having missed out in the last match, Trigo was keen to make up for that. He went after Danny Briggs, hitting him over the ropes in the 8th over, and followed that up with another ferocious 4. The large crowd, though, had come to watch Gale, but it was Trigo who was threatening to steal the show from the Jamaican as he went through the gears quickly, striking Smith for another maximum 2 fours in the 9th over to take the home side's run rate up to over 8 and set them on course for victory. To prevent that, Hampshire needed a wicket to stem the tide, and had Smith been able to hold on to Gale when he was on 37 off Briggs, things might have ended differently. Yet it was Trigo who was still outscoring Gale, and in the 12th over, another 4 off Briggs took the all-rounder to his 50 off 33 balls, including 6 fours and 2 sixes. It was a great effort from the man from Weston-super-Mare, and one he clearly really enjoyed in front of this full house. However, his innings lasted only 2 more balls as Briggs exacted his revenge. Trigo went for the big one, but top-edged it to find Adam Wheater, He'd taken Somerset to 96 for the loss of 2 wickets. They now needing 72 for the last 48 balls. When it's not your day, it's not your day, and Smith won't enjoy watching this back. With Gale on 38, he dropped him again. Rita saw the funny side, but he soon lost that smile as the very next ball, Gale hit Smith into the building site for maximum number 3. And 3 balls later, the ball was back in the building site again as Gale took over number 13 for 14 runs. 2 more sixes took Gale past the 50 mark off 36 deliveries, and his 5th six, this time off Yasser Arafat, meant that he had now scored more than 300 runs for Somerset in just 3 T20 innings. With 5 overs to go, the home team needed 40 more to secure the win, and Gale was looking to get there in boundaries. His 6th six came off wood at the start of the 17th over, and together with James Hildreth, who was going along nicely at over a run a ball, the writing was now on the wall for the visitors. Yet another 6 in Briggs' final over, the 18th, took Somerset to within 2 more maximums of bagging the win, and heading into the penultimate over, Somerset required just the 2 runs to secure the victory. Hildreth took a single, and, well, no prizes for guessing what happened next. Yep, Gale hit Arafat for his 8th six to win the game for Somerset by 8 wickets, with an over and a half to spare. Hildreth finished unbeaten on 27 from 22, and Gale 85 from 49, meaning he's now scored 328 runs in 3 games, with an average of 328 and a strike rate of 193. It really is incredible stuff. The 8-wicket win gives Somerset a record of 2 wins and 2 losses from 4, and that has them sitting right in the middle of the South Group, 2 places and 2 points beneath Hampshire, who have played a game more, and next head to Canterbury next Friday to take on the group leaders. Somerset, meanwhile, are back in Taunton next Friday for the visit of Surrey.